My name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, both in person and online, and a certified nutrition coach. I help moms locally in Las Vegas, Nevada, and all over the world shed the weight holding them back from becoming their most energetic and authentic version of themselves so they can go after their deepest desires alongside of motherhood. You can find me at fitandconfidentmoms.com. Hey, Facebook and YouTube. Have you ever wondered, how do I get rid of this pesky belly fat? Or maybe you're in the other camp and say, I've been working out a long time and I still don't have abs. How can I get visible abs showing? Is it 1,000 crunches? Is it planks? Do I need to be doing more sit-ups? Well, today I'm going to be answering this question on exactly what to do to see visible abs, but also I'm going to talk about why it's important to work on belly fat reduction, because sometimes, as we're getting older, we might think, I don't give a crap whether I have abs, and that's okay if that's your camp. But there is a reason why we should try to work towards reducing our belly fat. So let me know in the comments, what goal do you have right now so I can kind of direct the conversation in that direction. Are you working to reduce belly fat? Do you not care where it's at? Are you wondering okay, yeah, I'm going to be starting a workout routine. It'd be really cool to start seeing outline of abs. What do I need to do to get there? Please comment below and I'll make sure to steer the conversation in that direction. So for those of you new to me, my name is Coach Rose Peterson. I'm a certified personal trainer, certified nutrition coach, and weight loss expert for women over 35. I'm located right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Well, right here, like you're not standing here with me, but that's where I'm at. And I coach clients all over the world virtually. So if you're watching live, type live. If you're watching the replay, type replay. This actually really helps me a lot. It gets me to know when you're watching, because I can kind of get a sense of when I should be showing up. And also it helps this video gets shown to the people that need to see it. All right. First, let's talk about how not to reduce belly fat and how not to get abs. Are kind of the same, okay? Because some people think that they need to be doing tons of ab work, thousands of crunches, mastering planks, doing a lot of planks, holding planks, becoming a master of long duration hold planks. But the truth is that we can't really spot reduce fat by just directing all of our energy to ab exercises. Okay. So some people think, or actually some people are very surprised when I send them their workout routine and it doesn't include a lot of direct ab work. Now, the exercises that I have my clients do are going to engage their abs. They're going to help them develop deep core muscles, and they are going to help them get strong and build that muscle underneath. But to actually see the results of that is going to be a totally different story. You may have heard the phrase, abs are made in the kitchen, and it's so true, okay? So we talked about how not to get abs and how can we reduce belly fat. It's not by focusing all of our effort and energy into these spot reducing exercises like a bunch of crunches or a bunch of ab work. So that's actually not the best way, and will be practically impossible if you don't have other things dialed in place. So this is what we're going to talk about today. All right. So how do we get visible abs? What's the process? We're going to talk about that first, and then we're going to talk about deep belly fat, because I think that's of a more important part of the conversation, is that the risks associated with having deep belly fat. And deep belly fat is the belly fat that we can't see. The ones that we do see, that's like the extra layer of fat that's on top. The deep belly fat, that's the one that's going to put us at risk for a lot of different health conditions. So we're going to talk about how we can reduce deep belly fat, as well as the belly fat that's right underneath our skin. But first, we're going to talk about abs and how we can achieve them. Okay. So first of all, one of the main things about developing strong core muscles and developing abs is it can be done at any time. Doesn't matter the age, okay? So you can still get abs if you're 50. You can get abs if you're 30. It really comes down to the type of exercise you're doing and the diet that you have dialed in, okay? So the things that I have my clients doing to build those core muscles is actually compound exercises. And compound exercises means that we're doing more than one body part when we're working out through strength training. Okay. So strength training is really important. If you want to see abs, we actually have to build them, right? And so we build them through a process of strength training, but I'm not having my clients do thousands of crunches to get there. So compound exercises are things like squats, deadlifts, bench press, overhead press. And the thing that it involves when we're doing these movements, it's like, Rose, like, how does a overhead press get me to get abs? Well, the thing is that we have to, I'm going to move my camera just a little bit so I can demonstrate some physicality for you. When we're doing an overhead press, we have to stabilize our core muscles. So, I'm bringing my rib cage down, my pelvis tucked under, and I'm pressing straight up. Holding that position is engaging my core. So when we're doing compound exercises, I'm actually like, I'm using abs, I'm using glutes to stay stable, I'm pressing straight up. So that is another reason why something like a barbell overhead press engages a lot of core muscles. Same thing with a bench press. I have my clients, they're using their whole body when they bench. They're using their legs get pushed into the ground as they're pushing up. And this is something I teach, that a bench press is not just working chest. You should be using your whole body when you bench. This is also going to engage your deep core muscles. So through strength training is what's going to help build those deep core muscles. Okay. Now, the other thing that you want, let's say you want to build some size to your abs, right? So yes, we could do all the core strength workout we want. Like Pilates, for example, is a great form of exercise that helps you build deep core muscles, but they're not going to help you build the kind that has like size to it. So first, remember, we have to have our diet really dialed in to be able to see those abs. And I'll talk to you about what that looks like in a moment. And then secondly, the size, right? So if you want to see like deep lines and you really want to have like abs pop out, we also need to do some weighted exercises. So we need to do compound work. So we have our deep core muscles engaged. And then we're going to build muscle on top of that by using weighted exercises. So some of those things might include an overhead plate sit-up. This is something that I do with my clients. So I'm using weight to add resistance so that we can build muscle. Just like we're adding weights to like doing a bicep curl or doing a squat, we're adding weight for resistance. So doing a lot of crunches is not going to get you abs, because you are just going through this motion of contract, release, contract, release. It's going to take freaking forever. But in order to gain size, we're going to have to add weight to that and weight resistance. Okay. So things like weighted planks. So that makes planks a little harder, right? Overhead plate sit-ups. That's another really good one. There is like, what is that called? There's like a cable chop. That is using weight and resistance to kind of build. And then there's another one. It's kind of like a cable crunch where you're on the ground and you have the cable behind you. But the point here is that I'm using weighted exercises to stimulate growth in the abs. Okay. All right. So that's another one component. Now we can make tissue by doing these weighted exercises, by doing strength training and compound exercises, but in able to see that, we have to get to a body fat that is really lean to be able to see that. And so I have this little graphic I prepared for you guys just to kind of show, because sometimes it's like, well, what exactly? What does that look like? What do I need to do? And this graphic is called the cost of getting lean, because there are trade-offs to being able to see. Well, I'm going to take this banner off really quick. There are trade-offs to being able to see six-pack abs. Okay. So I'm going to go, hopefully you guys can see. Let me see if there's a way I can make this a lot bigger for your, come on. Nope. This is as big as it's going to get. Hold on, I'm going to go the other way. Sorry that I keep playing around. I'm just trying to find the best way to do this. All right. So this is obviously at over 30% body fat, you aren't going to see abs. Okay. And it is considered unhealthy. Sorry, like this is so tiny. If you're watching from a phone, I apologize. If you would love to get a copy of this, just type PDF in the comments and I'll make sure I can send it over to you. I'm going to open it up in another window so I can see this bigger and train you guys through it. It is little small handwriting or small print. Okay, and so to get to a healthy body fat range, we need to be, for women, I'm just going to go over the female example, 25 to 30% body fat is considered healthy, okay? So to transition to that 25 to 30% body fat, if you're not there yet, we want to do more of the things that's going to support that healthy body fat level. So one of them is eating slowly at 60% of your meals, eating slowly until you're satisfied. So satisfied, not stuffed, is a skill to learn, and 60% of your meals should be that way. We want to include 1 to 2 palms of protein at every meal. We want to include 1 to 2 fists of vegetables at every meal. And we want to exercise at least 3 to 5 times per week, okay? At any intensity that you enjoy. And we need to eat lesser desserts, lesser processed foods, okay? Now, if we want to drop down our body fat percent to 23 to 25%, we need to do all those things at 75% of our meals. So 3 out of 4 meals need to be eating slowly until satisfied, not stuffed. Protein at every meal, vegetables at every meal. And we got to up the ante on the exercise a little bit to getting 30 to 45 minutes a day. And 1 or 2 of those sessions should be breaking a sweat. So it should get your cardio heart rate up 1 to 2 sessions per week. Okay. So now we need to reduce our processed foods to about 3 to 5 times per week. And we want to drink less alcoholic beverages or beverages with calories. All right. Now we're going to get down to the 20 to 22%. For most females, you're still not going to see abs at this point. Maybe you'll start to see an outline like on this photo here at the 20%, you're starting to see a little outline of your abs. So at 90% of your meals need to be on point, eating slowly and satisfied, not stuffed. 1 to 2 pounds of protein at every meal, 1 to 2 pounds of veggies at every meal. Now we're going to also make sure that keep an eye on our fats now to make sure we're limiting our fats to 1 to 2 thumbs at every meal. Also, now we got to increase our exercise to 45 minutes to an hour every day. And 3 to 4 of those sessions, you should be breaking a sweat. They should have a lot of effort to 3 or 4 of the sessions. And again, now we have to reduce our processed food amount even less, desserts and things like that, to 1 to 2 times per week only, caloric beverages 1 to 2 times per week. Okay, we're still considered healthy here. Now, 16 to 19%, this is where we're going to see abs at the 16 to 19% body fat. Now, 95% of your diet has to be on point. Very little wiggle room to maintain this level of body fat. Still considered healthy, doing all the things I just mentioned, but now we need to make sure that we're exercising daily, and 4 to 5 of those sessions have to be breaking a sweat. So there's a lot of effort to that. And we got to make sure we're sleeping at least 8 hours per night, or else we're not going to keep being able to exercise every single day. Okay. Now, below 16% body fat is considered unhealthy for females, okay? So this, to be at that range, 100% on point. Your meal plan has to be completely calculated down to the gram, no desserts, okay? No caloric beverages. So if One, do not recommend for females. The only females that I usually see in this bracket are usually bodybuilders that stay there for a short amount of time and then they return to a more healthy body fat in the off season. Okay. So in these words, it says it's a very hard transition. Oh, hold on. I forgot to scoot pictures down. Okay. So this is the 16 to 19% healthy range where we start to see a good like 4-pack outline is in that 16 to 19%. You can also build out if you have the genetics. Some people have the genetics where their abs kind of build out and that you can see them really, really well defined. So on the talk of genetics, your genetics play a huge role onto how much of your abs you'll actually see. Okay. It's not that we can't overcome the genetics. Some people grow muscles faster than others. And then also some people's abs look different than others. It really depends on your genetics. All right. So type in the comments, is this helpful for you? Now that you see these pictures, what's a kind of goal that you would like to be at? I'm just super curious how you're feeling right now. Okay. So that is that. Now I'm going to talk about deep belly fat. Okay. So let's say you don't want to have abs, but you know that you want to get rid of some belly fat. Now, I am a believer of health at every size. So the amount of body fat you have on your body doesn't necessarily determine how healthy you are, but we do know that excessive amounts of belly fat can be associated with having visceral fat, which is known as deep belly fat, or also known as belly fat that is around our vital organs. So the belly fat that's around our vital organs, the more we have of it, the more increased risk we have for a lot of metabolic syndromes, which is decreasing how well our body operates, right? And how healthy we feel. So I think the conversation is a lot more important to recognize that it's having belly fat is not an issue. And we need it as women for health to have at least nothing less than 16%. Over 30% body fat is considered unhealthy. So we want to get below that number for health. But I think there's a more important conversation to be said that part of our health has nothing to do with how we look on the outside, but it's how our organs are operating and feeling on the inside. So I think that's kind of the more important conversation for most women my age, and actually most people, right, should be more thinking about their efforts in that way of, instead of saying, well, yeah, it would be nice to look good, right? Or not look good, but it'd be nice to be leaner. But what's cool about the pursuit of being healthy and the pursuit of becoming leaner is we're also reducing our visceral fat. We're reducing the fat around our organs. And that, I think, is really the most important message I want to give to you guys today. And why is that important? Well, if we have a high amount of deep belly fat, the visceral fat, those are signs of metabolic syndrome like high blood pressure, right? High cholesterol, insulin resistance. You could be struggling with all those things. That's what deep belly fat is associated with. Okay. And when you put all those things together, you have an increased risk of stroke, increased risk of heart disease, and increased risk of type 2 diabetes. Okay. And research has supported this, that the fat around our organs is a problem. It's a concern, a big concern. The thing with deep belly fat is we actually can't get rid of it with just nutrition alone. Research has shown that we actually need the combination of healthy diet plus exercise to be able to reduce that deep belly fat. Okay. So this was actually shared on Johns Hopkins Medicine, that you need to have both. All right. So if you need some ideas on how to start making some healthier changes to your diet, get started working out, I do have a free resource to send to you guys. It's a Fit and Confident Women's Bundle. It is absolutely amazing. If you don't have this yet, it's the perfect kickstart to starting your plan. I have a 21-day workout that's about 10 to 15 minutes a day, and it has a complete schedule with rest days and workout days. And we make it very simple and easy to do. And there's also direct ab days. Okay. So if you're working on building your core muscles, we do have days for that as well. So just drop bundle in the comments and I'll send that over to you. Inside the bundle, I also have grocery list. I have a training on how to create a meal plan called Meal Map so that you can stay consistent with eating healthy by this meal planning system. Gosh, there's so much. It's 5 of my most favorite resources all into one. So if you'd like this resource, drop bundle in the comments, but it'll be the perfect free resource, free guide to get you started with both diet and exercise to start reducing that belly fat. So I would love for you guys, if you watch to the end, please drop in the comments, what was your favorite takeaway? Did you learn something new? And what would you like to hear more of? Because this gives me ideas to know what you guys really want and how I can best impact you and your goals. So let me know what you would love to hear next and what your biggest takeaway was and what you would love to learn more about. So until next time, this is Coach Rose, rooting for you to say it's all about me in 2023, because when we are our best selves and when we focus on ourselves and give ourselves the self-care, exercise, and nutrition, sleep that we need, we're able to show up as our best selves for everyone else around us, our family, our jobs, our loved ones, our relationships. So until that need gets served first, which is you, you're not going to be able to show up as the person that you want. So I am rooting for you to say it's all about me in 2023, me as in you. Go out there and make it happen. I'll see you guys next time for my next Tuesday talk. I cannot remember the topic, but if you're inside my group, Fit and Confident Moms, all of my topics are laid out in there for every month. This month's theme is on metabolism. And body fat reduction. So if you have any questions at all, please continue the conversation with me inside that group. And if you're not a part of my free community, you can join us at fitandconfidentmoms.com. See you guys later. Bye-bye.